Today we'll talk about why street meets are important, Reno, and we'll also talk about a video review. I just wasted a lot of frickin' tape.
I'm gonna take you on a ride.
Welcome to the Pole Vault Vlog. My name is Sean Francis and we talk everything pole vaulting. And sometimes I like to sing the song, commercial time, everybody loves commercial time. Yes. This vlog right here is supported 100% by Patreon members. If it wasn't for you, these things wouldn't exist. Patreon people watching this right now. You guys. If you want more content, there's Patreon only content. Head over to Patreon and you get Patreon only content. Join Team Hoot by going to team-hoot.com and just hang out for a little bit until something pops up and goes, hey, want to be a part of Team Hoot? And then you go, yes, I do. Boop, boop. Now you're on my team. It's that easy. As you are watching this, if you're watching it the day I posted it, I am on my way to the Reno Pole Vault Summit. There's a hair right here. Or I am already there. And I would like to meet you. I really do. That's the only reason I go, so I can hang out with you guys. Some fun facts. I made 200 of these. There's only 200. I'm giving them away for free. Come find me and you will get one if you don't wait too long. I also have these really cool cards. But the coolest part is on the back side, it has all the information of how to get a hold of me through social media and YouTube and stuff. And right here, for 40% off all of my training programs. Come find me. And last but not least, if you are in Reno, you will probably see some people wearing some Santa hats. But Sean, why are people wearing Santa hats? It's not even Christmas time anymore. Well, it's Christmas time for pole vaulters. All you need to do is go find Santa Claus, aka Daniel Ryland, then just get a free shirt from one of Santa's helpers, and you might have a chance to win one of the biggest prizes Santa's elves has made in like 2,000 and 2,500 years. It's a lot of years, guys. Okay, that's enough about Reno. Let's talk about street meets. I've been kind of in a depression. I haven't talked about this much. I can't seem to shake it. It kind of comes in waves, and that's what depression does. And I talk about it because it's important, and it's more important than a lot of other things I talk about. I've become well aware that sometimes I need to not listen to my brain. And Daniel invited me around the beginning of December to come down to Daniel Ryland's place and just check it out and hang out. So the week before I went, I said to myself, I probably shouldn't go to this meet. I am going to ruin everyone in that trip, which includes Scott Houston, Carson Waters, Hunter, and Daniel, and the whole entire crew that was there. But instead I was like, brain, I'm gonna go anyways. And so I went.
This is what people sometimes look like on the outside after a lot of stuff gets to them, but underneath, everybody started off the same. Pretty smooth. Until all this stuff gets in you, gets in your mind, gets in your way. Just gotta clear it off, flip over.
I went, sat in the car for 12 hours down there with Daniel, Scott, Hunter, and Carson, and 14 hours back. I'll talk more about the whole trip later, but this is important to know about why street meets are important for our sport. This is why street meets work. Our sport is f***ing cool. It looks kind of cool on the internet, but it looks really cool in person. There's always a few things I overhear at meets, including this one. I don't know why they put the bar so high. There's nowhere they're going to. Oh my God, they just made it! Where do people do this? I want to try it. Why have I never seen this before? The truth of the matter is, these events grow the pole vault by bringing people from the outside of the sport into our sport. Now our gift and curse is we love the sport so much that we just want to give it away. But it can suffocate these meets financially where they don't exist, and then no one gets to experience them. Now I've been in the sport a long enough time to know you need both. And Vaulting in Paradise did just that, and I hope that it continues for years to come. Now 4 really cool things happened at this meet. Number 1, the city manager and former state rep all came to watch this thing.
City manager Jim Scholl, former state rep Ron Saunders,
along with an incredibly huge crowd of people who have never seen the event before. The announcer even became an official pole vaulter by launching himself into the air, landing into the pit, and surviving. He didn't die.
Dave, you gotta bring that bar down a little bit.
That's the opening height. You're the elite division. You paid your $50 to have this experience.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Come on.
Everybody ready?
Here we go. Get him a round of applause. Clap it up. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Wait. He's got a motor break. I've never seen it. Here we go. I can do this.
And that's my only criteria for becoming a pole vaulter. You just had to land in the pit and not die. So he's an official pole vaulter for life now. Yes, we got another one. Number 2, the men's and women's world lead were created. Men's and women's. Same meet, pretty cool, but even cooler than that is the 75-year-old world lead was created.
We have a world lead for 75-year-old. He's the number 1 75-year-old pole vaulter in the world. Give him a big round of applause before he takes off.
Number 3, I've been to a lot of street meets. I've been to a lot of first-year street meets. I've been to a lot of street meets who have been around for years. And Steve Haynes, in his first year, put on a street meet so well that it felt like he's been doing it for 10 years. It was just so well run. So I applaud you. That's very hard to do. And I always put it into perspective as like, if you're learning how to ride a bike as a 4 and 5-year-old, you're gonna fall off your bike and maybe crash your head and run into a tree and maybe flip over a fence and land in a river and get eaten by a shark. And that usually happens when you're a beginner, but somehow Steve managed to pull it off. So I applaud you for not falling off your bike. You're the man. And number 4, I'll have to share that with you next week. All right, so I've been getting a few questions about, Sean, you're hanging out with Daniel Ryan too much. You guys are too close. What are you doing? I can't tell you yet, but I'll tell you a little bit more next week again. Good news, I have 2 podcasts completed. I have 2 more I'm working on doing in Reno, maybe some more if I can, maybe some more. Good news and bad news about that is Patreon kind of took a hit in the last couple weeks, and that's okay. That's just, I kind of sense that happening anyways. Here's where we're at. I said if we got to $1,500, I would create a podcast, but we kind of dipped below that. So there's 3 options we can do right now. We can either do 2 vlogs a month, we can do 1 podcast and 1 vlog a month, or we can somehow raise a bunch of money really quick and then I can do 2 videos and 1 podcast this month. We're kind of back to like, it's hard to financially support these things, so this is how it works. So I will ask Patreon members, let them vote and let them decide because they're the ones keeping these things going, and then I will go from there. But if you guys want to vote, Patreon. Let's review that video. Video review. Cody, your jump is amazing. I had to watch it a million times to like, figure out what I wanted to say. But is really what I'm seeing is what I told him too is I would just like to see a little bit more speed. I think speed's gonna be your biggest thing, man. Technically, it looks really, really, really good. I sent him a penultimate step video, which I have only to Patreon members right now, but I gave it to him because I thought it would help a lot. So, killer jump, dude. A little bit more speed, a little bit more jump off the ground, and then you'll be on bigger poles, jumping higher, and clearing PRs like you're collecting pumpkins during Halloween season, or turkeys during Thanksgiving, or the cold during January. Good job, man. It looks really good. If you guys would like your video review, go to team-toom.com/gear, and I will review your video. Thanks to all the Patreon members again. As I've stated and promised, if you donate $25 or more, you get your name in the vlog forever. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Without all of you, I'll say it again, these don't exist. Because I need to pay rent. Seriously, guys, come find me in Reno. I got these, and I got these, and then find a bunch of Santa Clauses. You will not regret it. There's a giant surprise that Santa is going to give you guys at I can't tell you yet. It's so exciting. With that being said, there are more than 1 ways to pole vault. Try everything, see what works best for you, and then go from there. And life is meant to be experienced, and curiosity will get you there. There will be a huge update vlog coming soon with some really cool changes I think you all enjoy. See you next week.